Hi, everyone, and welcome to Rescripted Podcast, where we could celebrate the great things in life, share about the not so great parts, and find out how we can rewrite those challenges, turn them into insightful moments that will lead us to change, to growth, to happiness, and empowerment, all so that we can live the life we truly want to experience. My name is Amy Quiles, and I'm a personal development coach that helps you overcome self-doubt and self-sabotage so that you can live your dream life. And in today's episode, we are going to be discussing limited feelings, right? How can we get rid of those limited feelings? So first thing is first. You only have those feelings when you have ambition. So if you feel limited, that's a good thing. It means that you have desires for something more, but maybe you just don't understand how to get to where you want. You're not really sure of what that road is or how it looks like or how to even begin to get to where you want to. But a lot of times we have already embarked on that journey, right? But we're not seeing the results that we really want to see. And that's where those feelings come from, because you feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, right? You've taken the action steps, you've mapped out your goals and how to get there, but some weird way you still feel limited. After all the efforts, after all the time invested, there's still something within you that's telling you you're just not quite where you thought you would be. Now, that is very normal. So as we go through this journey, I want you to be easy on yourself and realize that if you feel this way, if you're a little bit frustrated with where you are at the moment, it's okay. Your frustrations is good because it lets you know that you want more. So if you were to be very content, then you can be happy because you know that you've reached your goal. But if you still feel a little frustration about where you are in life, that's okay. That means you still have bigger aspirations than where you are now. And that's a great thing. Not knowing how to get there, it's okay because we can also find that. That's not, that in and of itself is not a limiting factor. You know, it's just something that we need to start navigating. So in the process of understanding that let's say, for instance, you have already embarked on this journey, right? But you're not where you want to be. Let's say you've invested a year. Let's say you've kind of like isolated yourself from the world and you've really honed into what you're doing. And yet you still feel like I should have been further along, and you feel like you're not getting the results that you should have. Then I encourage you to kind of look at it from a different perspective. Because a lot of times what we will do is just focus on where we are, and then we'll look at where we want to go. But we tend to dismiss the journey in which you need to go on to get there. And a lot of times, if you are from the community of like manifesting, right? It's so easy to think something and then it should appear, right? As long as you align with it, it should appear. And of course, I have a great appreciation for that. And there are elements and components that allow that to happen. But in some instances, there's some developments that need to take place in order for that to happen. And I think that's the point that is dismissed, where it allows the void to kind of come into place. So to explain that a little bit more, when you want to achieve something, all you really have in mind, the first thing, should I say, that you have in mind is where you want to go. So you have point A to point B, right? And then you understand that some action is going to have to take place. There's going to be a level of commitment or investment from you, whatever that may be. So for instance, I think I've used baking a cake before as an example. So if you want to bake a cake, you have to determine what your investment in that cake is. Is it going to be from scratch? Is it going to be pre-made? Or are you just going to pick it up, right? There's a decision that you have to make, and determining on your decision will determine the result that you get. So now something that's a little bit more complex is a career path. So you may understand the career that you want to, and you understand the level of achievement that you want to receive in that career. So now you're going to have to find the steps along the way of what it's going to take you to get there. And that's where you're going to see that some of the elements that you're developing, but maybe you're dismissing. So you're not crediting yourself for that. And in those instances, those are going to be the times when you are being so hard on yourself. So I want you to take a step back when you feel like you've committed so much, but you haven't gotten the results. I want you to sit back, analyze, and assess your situation, because chances are is you do have the results, you do have the progress, you do have the achievements. You're just not seeing where those achievements are in your journey. So I like to call those like your blind spots, because you do have successes. You're just not aware of them. So therefore you're not acknowledging them. So I just don't want you to discredit them, because that's just going to make you feel, limited. It's going to make you feel down on yourself, and you're going to discredit the progress that you have already made. So for instance, let's say, hypothetically, you are someone who is starting an online shop, right? Just to kind of give a broad and pretty easy example. When somebody wants something, let's say it is a shirt, right? Everybody needs clothes, no matter who you are, whether you're into fashion or not, everybody needs clothes. So let's say there is a shirt. So I can either come on here and I could just wear a shirt, never highlighting it, never highlighting what's special about it. And then I could be upset because I've come on, and I've done content with the shirt. However, I've had no sales for the shirt. So you see how I feel like, well, I did my part. I showed up with it, but it wasn't sold, right? But then at what point did I take the opportunity to highlight the value of this shirt? What is special about it? What is special about it to me? Sometimes it doesn't have to be super duper elaborate. Sometimes it could be the simplicity of something that makes it so beautiful and unique. But you just have to find out how it's special for you, and why would you want to have it a part of your experience, your life experience. So let's say, for instance, you want a casual shirt. Maybe you dress up for work every single day. So when you come home or on your weekends, you want something that's super comfortable and super soft, and something that you can just lounge in. So of course, at that moment, you don't need a piece of garment that has all the bells and whistles. You may want something more like soft fabric, because if you want to lay in bed, if you want to lay on your couch, if you just want to run around and do errands, you want something that's going to be comfortable, right? Or let's say the reverse. You have a beautiful event to go to, maybe a birthday, and depending on the theme, you want to dress according to the theme. So whether it's tropical, whether it's elegant, you're looking for something that's going to fit the theme. So therefore, you would highlight whatever that is in order to do so. But do you see that there's some components? You've got a store and you want to sell a product. But in between, it's not just posting the product online. It's highlighting the value of it. So the same thing goes along with your journey. It's not that you want to start something and get to the end result. It's highlighting, why is that journey important to you? Why do you want to go on that journey to begin with? So before discrediting yourself and getting down on yourself and thinking that you just don't have what it takes, or it works out for everybody else, but it doesn't work out for you, please don't do that. Please do not be so hard on yourself that you don't give yourself the credit where you need it. Just assess your situation, see where you've poured into, and you're going to see you did get results. But look at the elements and the components in the areas where you didn't get to pour into yet. Not that you won't, but if it's a blind spot, you're going to be unaware. So now that you're going to be aware of what to look for, then you're going to start looking for elements that where you could probably develop more, pour into more, understand that there's more to this journey than what you originally thought. So it's going to start unfolding itself, and you're going to start seeing that there's a level of commitment that needs to come from you. And as long as you make that commitment enjoyable to you, then it's not going to feel like a chore. It's going to feel like you're enjoying your life and you are enjoying the unfolding of it. You know what I mean? And that's where your responsibilities don't feel like a burden. They feel like something you are enjoying, something that you are committed to, and something that you can contribute to, because that's really the end goal, right? You want to feel fulfillment because you want to feel like you're contributing to something. You don't want to feel limited because you want to maximize your contribution to something. So that's what it's all about. It's how do you get to infuse you into what you're doing, but also have the reflection to look back at what you're experiencing and seeing how that journey is benefiting you, because it is. Whether we see it, whether we don't see it, it is benefiting us. So it's better to make sure that we focus on that than to miss out on it, right? If it's happening anyway, you want to be able to extract those wins. And the best way that I can highlight that journey for you is through the masterclass, Take the Lead. Because in that masterclass, I go over where you are, and we go down the road of where you want to go, and what are some of the things that are preventing you from getting there. Because it's not a matter of can you get there, it's a matter of if you truly want to, and how do you want to get there, and develop that journey for you. So if that is something that you're interested in, you're ready to take the lead, and you're ready to start developing your life the way that you want to, then I encourage you to take my masterclass, Take the Lead, which is going to show you how to build the framework to your dream life. So remember, some takeaways from this video is going to be, if you commit to your life, it will commit to you. And don't be so hard on yourself. If you're putting efforts towards the things that matter to you and you're not where you really want to be just yet, analyze your situation and see how much closer you have gotten since the moment that you started, and celebrate those wins, because it's taking every bit of you to get to where you are. So you definitely want to highlight that, because who's going to be a better, bigger cheerleader for you than you in those moments when you're giving it all? Not everyone's always going to know how invested you are except you. So make sure to be your biggest cheerleader, celebrate your wins, and know that you are on the right path and you're going to get there. As long as you are committed to you and your journey, understand what that journey means to you, because when the moments get hard, you're going to ask yourself that question. You're going to have to ask yourself that question. Do I continue? Do I not continue? And determining what the significance of this journey means to you will give you the answer if you're going to continue on this journey, or is it time to pivot? But nobody can answer those questions quite like you. So be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself if you know you are giving the level of commitment that is needed. Just take time, analyze it, and see where are your wins so you can celebrate yourself and know in which direction to continue to go on. This masterclass, I am so excited because we start off with your current point, where you are currently and what challenges you are facing. And I go over it with you. And in the masterclass, we're able to see and develop what are some of the challenges along the way and how and what that truly impacts, and what are the next action steps to move forward so that you can be able to take the lead and build the framework to your dream life, because you truly deserve it. Because a lot of times we really aren't that far away from the dream life we really want to have. We just need a few tweaks and we'll be right there. And I want to assist you with that if you are finding it a little challenging to find out what it is precisely that you have to tweak. So if you are interested in that, please sign up for our masterclass. I'll link all the information down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you enjoyed this episode and feel like it was insightful, then I ask you to please rate it, like it, and subscribe, and share it with someone you feel will enjoy it. I'll be back here next week and we will continue to discuss matters regarding personal development. Take care, guys. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.